Hello, this is lesson 5.6, changing words to expressions and equations. So we're going to translate word phrases or little sentences into number sentences, into algebraic expressions that have variables. And we do this so that we can solve application problems. So in this first video, we'll be looking at translation, and in the second video, we'll be applying it and figuring out how to set up a problem and set up algebraic expressions based on what we read. When you are reading words and changing them to symbols, basically making algebraic expressions, you need to read very carefully. So you read a couple of times, you underline key information so that you can put the information in the correct order. You assign a letter to represent the unknown. You can assign any letter you want. You can use X, you can use N, A, whatever you want as your variable. You're going to make choices based on what you read. Is this adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing? And then once you've made all of those decisions, you're going to write the answer clearly with the numbers and the symbols, for example, multiplication or subtraction. It's important for us to go through this chart to see how this all works. So for the first example, we have 5 more than a number. So the number is our unknown, so we can assign this as any letter we want. And we have 5 more than that. So that means that we have the number and we have 5 more, so we're adding 5 to it. Now you can show it as 5 plus n, or they show it as n plus 5. In algebra, it's more common for us to see the variable come first and the constant come second, but it's fine to have 5 plus n because we know that 5 plus a number or a number plus 5 is the same result. For the second one, we have to be more careful because it's subtraction. It's 6 less than a number. So the variable is what we don't know, the number, and we have 6 less than that. So the number has to come first, and then we take the 6 away. They're using A, I'm using N. It's all the same. We have our unknown minus 6. For the next one, the sum of a number and 7. We have to know what sum means. This means addition. A number is our unknown. And is where the operation goes, and 7. So because it's sum, we're going to be adding the number plus 7. So the word and is very important when we're creating our algebraic expression. They have x plus 7, I have n plus 7. You can assign your variable any letter you like. The next one is twice a number. We can see twice or triple or double. So twice a number is 2 times a number. We know that in algebra we don't use the multiplication symbol. We simply put the 2 right next to the variable 2n or 2x. Fractions work the same way. If we have 1/3 a number, that means 1/3 multiplied to a number. So we're going to take our fraction 1/3 and multiply that to the number. 1/3 n or 1/3 d as they have. We can have sentences that get a little bit longer and actually are equations. So 4 more than twice a number equals 10. So we have an equal sign, equals 10, and then we read the other part very carefully. 4 more than twice a number. So here is where my unknown is. Twice a number. And we have 4 more than that. So we could have 4 plus 2n, but it's more common to put the 4 second. So 2n plus 4 is equal to 10. And the last one here, we have 3 less than 4 times a number is 5. So is showing the result, so that's where our equal sign goes. and we have 3 less than 4 times a number. So our unknown is the number. We have 4 times that number, but we have 3 less than that. So we have to take 3 away. So 4n minus 3 is equal to 5, and they show it with x. There are some other expressions in words here that can often give some difficulty, so you may want to pause the video and add these to the notes. You can use your side margin in your book or make separate notes if you like. But A here is 7 less a number. It's not 7 less than a number. So it's basically saying 7 take away a number. So we're going to say 7 minus n. 7 less a number. B is 9 decreased by a number. So we're decreasing the 9, so the 9 goes first, and we're decreasing it by a number. C, a number decreased by 5. In this situation, we have the number coming first, and we're decreasing that number by 5. And then D is a division. So subtraction and division, they do give more difficulty than multiplication and addition with their language. So a number divided by 5, here the number is coming first, so it goes in the numerator position. A number divided by 5. So you're going to go in the order in which it says. And E, we have 10 divided by a number. So the 10 is coming first, so we're dividing it by a number. So for the division, you're going to follow the order of how the words are going. Sometimes you get questions that involve quantities. It's not very typical in our course, but you'll see it in some future math that you'll have to do. So if it says the number of seconds in t minutes, well, because they're asking for seconds in the minutes, we think about the seconds in 1 minute. So there's 60 seconds in 1 minute, and however many minutes we have, we're going to show as t, and we'll be multiplying by 60. So this is 60t. And the second one, the number of cents in x dollars. Well, there's 100 cents in $1. So if we have x dollars, maybe $2, we're going to take 100 times 2. If it's $3, we're going to take 100 times 3. So we're just showing it as 100x. So let's do some together. You can pause the video, try these on your own, and then watch the solution to see if you've done them correctly. For number 1, we're looking for the product of a number and 16. We have to know what product means, and this means the result of multiplication. Our number is our unknown, so we don't know what that is. I'm going to sign that as n. And is where the operation is going to go, and we have 16. Because this is multiplication, we're not going to show a symbol. So we're going to be multiplying a number times 16, so we show this as 16n or 16x or 16b, whichever variable you would like. For number 2, we're finding the sum of triple a number and 10. So sum is the result of adding, so we're going to find triple a number, which is 3 times a number, and 10. The operation adding goes where the and is. So our answer here is going to be 3n plus 10. For number 3, we're looking for the quotient of 12 and a number. So quotient means division. So we're going to take 12 and a number, which we don't know. And for division, even though this is acceptable, 12 divided by n. In algebra, it's much more common for us to use the fraction bar. So 12 divided by n, the quotient of 12 and a number. Number 4, the difference between 20 and a number results in 5. So we are going to be doing subtraction between 20 and a number. And now we're going to have not an expression, but an equation, results in 5. So we're going to see that we have an answer. So we're going to have 20 minus a number equals 5. We're not asked to solve here, but we could solve for our unknown because we have an equal sign. And number 5, 10 decreased by 3 times a number is 2. So this one is the most challenging of them, I think. 10 decreased by, so we're going to take down, we're going to decrease from 10, 3 times a number. 3 times a number is 3 multiplied to a number, is our result 2. So to write that underneath, 10 decreased by 3 times a number is 2. In the next video, we'll be going through the extension questions, applying this information to how we can create algebraic expressions or equations to solve problems.